Hi everyone. Hi. So I'm gonna stand here maybe, so everybody can see me, or what do you think? So how is everyone today? So, you all were very interested in that icebreaker game that we had, but how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Tell me so that I believe you.
You want?
How do you feel? Just good or good? Okay. My talk today is called First Things First. Your superpower for a meaningful and balanced life. And I'm going to be sharing some very powerful stuff with you. We're going to be answering some very powerful questions today. Questions like, who's in charge of your life? Is it you who's in charge? Or something else? Maybe someone else? Or something else in the environment? Things that help us do the things that we do. And everybody talks about this is important and that is important. How do you decide what's important? How do you decide what's important to you? If you have a job, a work appointment, and a family birthday, which is more important? How do you decide that? And every one of us has jobs. We need jobs to make money, to put food on the table, to create wealth. Yeah, but how do we find, what does it mean to have meaning in your job? How do we make it purposeful for us? Why do we go to work? Yeah? And how do we get up in the morning and say, damn, I can't wait to get to work. And not just your job, but your life. How do you put purpose in your life? Why are you here? We can just simply exist, or we can exist and have a meaningful life. Because everybody in the end just wants to be happy, right? And balance. Everybody also talks about balance. How actually do you get balance in your life? So for most people, they talk about work-life balance. But does anybody tell you how to do it? How do you achieve work-life balance? How do you balance being a mom? We saw all these beautiful moms out there. How do you balance being a mom and being a good contributor at work and achieving all your goals? Yeah. So we're going to cover all those things. But first, I know you had a little icebreaker earlier. I would like to do something with you just for 2 minutes. It's just for us to tickle our brains, tickle our minds. So basically, I want you to just either turn to the person next to you or walk around, move around. For those people who are not playing with the balloons, this is very important. Find someone you don't know. Yeah, I want you to talk to each other for 2 minutes. First, one person talks. Person A is the one who talks, and person B listens. And then after 1 minute, I'm going to reverse the bell. I'm going to sound the bell, and you reverse. So the other person talks, and the first one listens. Yeah? And you're going to ask 2 questions. Yeah? 2 questions. Yeah? The first question, very simple. What do you want most in life? I don't want you to, this is not a soul-searching session. The first thing that comes to your mind is actually the first thing you want. It's what your inner self wants. What do you want most in life? Whatever it is. So you just say, I want to have ... Okay? And the other person listens. And then the second question is, what do you want to learn today? Why are you here? Very fast. So 1 minute, one person talks, and then you reverse, and the other person talks. So you're going to listen to your partner, because I'm going to want, say, 5 people to share, but I don't want anyone to share with us your answers. I want you to share your partner's answers. Yeah? So can we do that? Yeah, alright, so I'm just gonna, Libby is gonna help me with the timer. So when she starts, maybe now, before she starts the timer, I want you to walk around and pick a partner, please. Either someone you know or someone you don't know. Move around, pick someone you don't know, surprise yourself, come on. I will sound the bells and Libby will start the timer. Okay, we have 2 minutes in total, so if you found your partners. Alright, I'm going to sound the bell. Right, so as promised, we get to hear some answers. Is there a volunteer? Somebody wants to be the first to tell us what his partner answered? Yeah? Okay, we have a volunteer. You're going to answer his question. Oh, you're going to answer your question. Alright. Your name is? Iana. Okay, Iana, I'm going to go to the microphone. You're just going to tell us in one sentence what is it that you want most in life? Second question, what do you want to learn today?
What I said
I want to be a woman politician to contribute to the Malaysian community and the children. Today I want to learn parenting life.
I want to be part of it.
That's what I told her. Just like said too hard. She's
Thank you so much. Alright, number 2, who's next? We want to share five people's dreams and desires today. Anyone? Or shall I pick? I saw a lot of good discussion going on. Would you like to share? Yes. Share yours. Share.
Okay, then I share mine. First of all, what I would like is to, of course, earn more in this business, like everybody else. Then the second thing is more towards the health and with friends. That means have good health and communicate with more friends. Then the third thing is more towards family harmony between myself and my family members.
What do you want to learn today?
What I want to learn today is how do I balance all of that in the limited time that I have.
Wow. So, balance life, or how do you achieve this?
How do I achieve all the things mentioned?
Okay. Alright, next. Who's next? Can I have a mic? Brad. Yes, please. You are?
My name is Eric.
Yes, sir.
In life, I want to learn freedom. Freedom in time, money, and so on. How to make it sustainable.
Amazing. Make what sustainable?
Freedom.
Okay. Good, brilliant answers. Number 4. Who else? This is very important. What you're sharing today? Good.
Happy.
So you want to be happy?
what training can improve me?
Sorry? What can improve you? What training?
Today training.
What can improve you? Okay. Or how? What can? Alright, can we have the last question?
Can we have one last person?
Who's the last one? Number 5. Before we get into the real stuff.
Ladies, one more lady? Anyone?
You look like you're ready.
Okay. I want to be, of course, freedom and enjoy life.
Freedom. Okay. And what do you want to learn today? What do you want to learn today?
I want to learn how to achieve these two, freedom and enjoy life.
Everyone's on top. Okay. Fantastic. Right.
Everybody did a swell job. I'm sorry we will not listen to more, but you can share with others as you go along. I hope you have written them down. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a big clap. Thank you for those who shared their dreams, okay? I just want to ask a very quick one. As you were talking to your friend, how did it feel? Was it difficult?
No.
Difficult? You had to think a lot or not? It's here, isn't it? You know, right? And if it's here, you'll never forget it, right? As I said earlier, the next time you want to do this, maybe you need to spend more time doing it. But today was like, get the first thing out of your head, the first thing in your head. Because sometimes when we think about it too much, all the blocks, all the reasons why we can't have it start to cloud our mind. Yeah? So when we speak, the first thing that comes to our mind, actually it is uninterrupted thought. So it's the thing that you're really thinking about, top of mind. Yeah? So, okay, thank you for that. Now I want to go dive into what we are going to talk today. As you can see here, there is a common pattern. People want freedom, people want health, people want to make a contribution, people want to have time with their family and their friends, and of course at the end of the day, why do you want that? Because you want to be happy, you want to do things that make your life meaningful, and you want to be happy doing it, balancing your work and your life. At the end of the day, that's what we want. Okay? So let's dive in. So the key takeaways from today's talk, can I stand here so that everyone can see me? Yeah? The key takeaways for today's talk, yeah? It's going to be very simple. I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible for you to understand. So, every day we do things, yeah? We may have a goal, but what we do every day actually should help bring us closer to those goals. Okay? So we're going to learn today, how do you decide, how do you do what's important? How you can do what's important. And then, of course, the question is, how do you decide what's important? You have to choose between a birthday and weekend work. Which is important? It's different for everyone. Then, we are our roles. Yeah, someone said, friends, family, okay? We all have different roles because roles are based on relationships. If you have a father or a mother, you are a son or a daughter. If you have a son or a daughter, you are a father. If you have a wife, you're a husband. Okay? If you have a friend, then you are also a friend. and so on. Yeah? So life is about roles, and everyone has different roles. So we will discover today, what are your roles? And then, of course, when we talk about our roles, it's when we really discover who we are. Just like, who is Jeevan? When you see him at work with his suit and his talks, and you see me here, and you see your bosses, you see maybe 1% of them. Who are they really? And who are you? Okay? And the last thing is, discover what you really do. This is very important because I understand that you are all here real estate negotiators, correct? Rents, right? You call yourself? Okay, we will discover what you really do. And I will talk about what I really do. Yeah, so ready? Are we ready? Okay, excited? Alright, good. Thank you so much. We'll dive in right now. So, what time do you guys start work? 5 in the evening or 5 in the morning? You said that, 5? What do you do every day? Everybody, every day. Yeah, 8 hours or 9 or 10 or 12 hours sometimes people are at work. Everybody is good for everyone. Minus from 24, how many hours is that? Let's say we sleep 6 hours. So 24 minus 6, 18, right? 18 minus 10 hours at work, 8 hours left. What do you do in those 8 hours? I'm going to suggest a list. Can you read? Is it, yeah, not too small? Right, good point. So this is what everybody does every day. I'm just going to go box by box. How does this work? Yeah. Okay, here. This first square, yeah? Firefighting, crisis, emergencies, urgent meetings, pressing issues, problems, challenges. Some calls and emails. Sorry, I got a big urgent call, urgent email. Deadlines, submit report, errands, go buy this, buy that, for example, okay? Errands that you need to do. Then, in this square, interruptions. So you have a meeting, you're scheduled to meet your clients, somebody calls up and say that, you know, we have this problem, I need you to help me out. You have here some meetings. Busy work are things that we do to look busy, sometimes, okay? Some calls and emails. Other people's emergencies, what's this? Other people, just anyone, okay? You get a call and say, hey bro, I need a problem, I need your help. My car broke down. I can't get a Grab. Can you come pick me up? But yeah, you got to decide. How important is that, right? In this quadrant, is time wasters, escape activities, trivial stuff, endless Instagram and FB, endless calls. Everybody knows what is lepak and mama. Alright? Everybody knows, right? What are time wasters? Time wasters, they eat up your time. Surfing, too much surfing, video games, gaming, yeah, binging on TV series. Okay, escape activities, things that people do to escape. Because sometimes life is too stressful. You want to believe that you can do something. There's a concept of the man cave. The guys, when they go home, they have their cave. So they don't want to be disturbed. That's their escape hatch. The women, maybe they go out with friends for coffee, for tea. Yeah? So those kind of escape activities, we will talk about all these things later. Then the last box, prevention, maintenance,
planning, preparation, empowering, self-improvement, relationships and family, exercise, gym, healthcare, me time, spa, manicure, vacation, coaching, mentoring. What do you think? What's the difference between these four boxes? Anybody want to tell me? Wow, have you done this course before? Wow, good for you. She's so right. So we can divide, I will divide now these boxes into two columns. Okay? So we have in one column on the left, these are all the urgent items, things which happen and you need to take action. Oh, meeting to go to. Oh, client is calling me. Pipe burst at home. Oh, my son has got to, I got to go pick up my son from school. He's sick. Blah, blah, blah. So these are the urgent and not urgent. Of course, when you have to play video games and watch TV, how urgent is that? Or is that something that can wait? Can wait? Right? If there's a series on, you want to watch the rundown of the election, no one cannot wait lah. Alright? So, that one is considered urgent. I watch now or I don't. Right? And on the other column, just to give some context to this, so you can think of these activities in terms of important and not important. Yeah, so we have actually 4 boxes. We look at this. So in this box, this is urgent and important. Okay? Deadlines. Important or not? Important, huh? Errands, your wife or your husband say, ran out of rice, no rice. Can you stop by and buy some rice? Urgent or not? You got a big presentation tomorrow, meeting a client, your suit is in the dry cleaner. You got to run and pick up the suit because client just called. Urgent? Important? Yeah, deadlines, you have to submit your sales report or you want to prepare your, some work-related stuff. So that's urgent. If we look at the next box here, okay, then of course there are urgent meetings there. But you also have meetings here. You also have calls and emails. You also have, invitations. If somebody invites you to something, do you accept everything? Or you decide, I will go to this, but not to that. Okay? There are some meetings that are arranged, but it used to happen to me, that my secretary will tell me, Juan, today got this meeting, tomorrow got that meeting, and blah, blah, blah. And usually I will ask, which meeting is necessary for me to attend? Can I not attend this meeting? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can choose based on importance. Next. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so when you look at here in the time wasters, we know it's neither urgent nor important. Okay, is it urgent that you reply to your Facebook messages? Fine, reply one message, but we sit there and check somehow for 2 hours. 2 hours become 3 hours. How many times a day do you check Facebook, Instagram? I think I read some statistic somewhere that Malaysians spend on average 7 hours a day on Facebook and Instagram without realizing it. So how frequently you check your phone and see, hey, got message. Nowadays it's WhatsApp. All these groups, my God, you think some people don't really have any work to do the way they interact in WhatsApp groups. Okay, so those things could fall into here, yeah? And trivial stuff is small things lah. Going to the mall, you want to buy something, I'm the kind of person, I walk into the mall, buy what I want, get out, that's it. But if you just want to kill time and walk around, yeah? So this is it. I want to find out from a few people Where do you live? Do you live in, so I've given numbers to this, yeah? So urgent and important, yeah, is this Q1. This one, not important but urgent, is Q3. Not important, not urgent, is quadrant 4. If you think about yourself and your activities, in which box are you operating on a daily basis? Don't be shy, because I will tell you where I was before. Always here. That's what keeps me busy. That's what keeps my diaries busy. Look at my diary, all full of this. Pressing issues, urgent meetings, calls, emails. So that's where I live. Where do you live? Which box are you? Anyone want to answer? How many are in Q1? Q2? Wow, so good. Q3? Q4? Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else in Q4? Come on, be honest. Yay. Awesome. So I want to know, I asked, so we had some people say Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. We have got names for this. Want to know? So if you're quadrant 1, there is a name for that. The procrastinator. Yeah? So most people end up doing a lot of urgent and important things because they could have done it, planned for it weeks ago. Okay? So there's no such thing as an urgent meeting. So once you said, when Jim told me that, hey, can you come and be my guest speaker? It was like the 1st of May, 2 weeks ago. So, if I am a prioritizer, the moment he told me, where will I be? What will I do? Prioritizer, here, 2 weeks ago, this presentation is not urgent, but is it important? Yes. But not urgent, right? Because 2 weeks more, ma. So I could start, what was it in the previous slide? Preparing, right? Researching. Correct? I start doing it then. So I'm a prioritizer. But supposing I didn't do anything. 3 days ago when he decided, hey, giving a talk at IQI, what do I do? Where will I be? Quadrant 1, no? So I had 2 weeks to do it, but I didn't do it. Then suddenly 3 days before the talk, I realized that it's coming close. So I burned the midnight oil. What happens when I burn the midnight oil? Get stressed, no? Then some more about election. 5 days holiday. You know, all these activities going on. If I did not do anything, I would be so stressed out. So, prioritizer is the person who prepares and plans in advance. Now, how many people said that they were in quadrant 3? Quadrant 3 we call it yes man or yes woman. Why? Why? Because don't know how to say no. Everything yes. Hey, can come urgent meeting. Can. Okay? People send an email and say, hey, can you help me with this project? I don't have enough people to do it. Can. Friend calls, hey, car breakdown. I need to borrow your car. So is it okay you come and pick me up and then I drop you off at your office? Can. So that's how we end up in quadrant 3. Okay? Quadrant 4, who said they were quadrant 4 just now? The slacker. Pardon the name, but it's for some reason
we enjoy being there. Sometimes, it's escape for us. We're doing enjoyable things. In English, they say that's instant gratification. Because when you watch TV, what happens? Your favorite series, right? Enjoy. Play video game. Enjoy. Instant feeling, right? So you don't play video game and enjoy tomorrow. But you play video game if you're good now. So the feel-good factor is what makes us do all those things. Lepak with mama. Coffee. Friends calling up. Hey, coffee? Coffee doesn't last 30 minutes. You got to drive there. You got to order coffee. You got to sit there. It's a 3-hour thing. 4 hours. That's how you lose your time. Okay? So, we talked earlier about balance. People want to learn how to achieve balance in their life. Yeah? How do you think it starts? If you were to look at this, how does it start? How do you start to get balance and not feel stressed? Because people who live in quadrant 1, who are, another name for people in quadrant 1 is what? Urgency addict. When it's urgent, that's when, oh, I gotta go, I gotta do it. So motivated. The adrenaline comes. It gives you power. It gives you, some people say, oh, I think best when what? When things are urgent, I work best. Some people do. But too much of that is not good for you. In general, we should be 80% of the time here, where everything in our diary, our calendar is planned. And then 20% will come from urgent things. There will be urgent things. I'll give you one example. How many ever experienced a leaking tap or a leaking pipe at home? Yes? Any more? So you notice the leakage. It happened to me outside my apartment. I noticed the leakage. First, little bits of drops of water on the floor. I said, no, my problem is outside my apartment. Next, I saw water running down the wall. Next, I saw the plaster ceiling turning, wet. Next, I saw the plaster ceiling turning black. But it was outside my apartment. I thought it's not my responsibility. But one day, the ceiling fell off. And the next day, I was out, and I was called, and they told me, ma'am, the pipe outside your apartment burst. Water is gushing out. Are you at home? Open the door. I'm not. I'm out. What do I do? Luckily, there was maintenance. They came and they fixed the pipe, stopped the leak. But the example I'm trying to give is, burst pipe is where? Q1, right? Urgent and important, right? But it's already burst. But you're going to fix it then, it's already burst. You saw earlier, maintenance and prevention was quadrant 2. If I had caught that pipe while it was leaking, drip, 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 and complained to maintenance, and maintenance did something about it, then will the pipe burst? No. Okay, I give you another example. Firemen. Anybody ever visited a fire station? What do the firemen, are there always firemen in the fire station? Yes, right? Why are they always in the fire station? Sorry? Stand by. Why do they stand by? In case there is a fire. Fire is quadrant 1 or what? 1. Urgent and important, right? There's a fire. So they're going to be ready to put on their clothes, jump into the fire engine, make the siren, and go, right? What do they do when there's no fire? They park Okay, that one we're going to ask the firemen. But what do you think they do? Q2, perfect. Give yourselves a clap. You know why? You know why? Who answered that training? Why? Okay, can you tell me why are they training? Preparing for what? Sorry? Yeah. Because when the fire is there, you think they can still say, hey, Jivan, I don't know how to switch on the pipe. What do I do? What do I do? If I cannot get into the building, what do I do? No time. When they have to attend to the fire, they already must know what to do, right? So when do they do that? When there's no fire. So that is quadrant 2. It is not urgent, but it's important. So they do their training. Okay? So far so good? Yeah? Are you following me? If anybody would like me to repeat anything, please let me know. Just raise your hand. Yeah? And tell me what you want to hear. So what does this say? This says that in order to lead a balanced life, we need... Yeah? So the key role here is the prioritizer. We need to be prioritizers, not urgency addict, not procrastinator. Okay, in order to become a prioritizer, where is the time going to come for all these activities that are not urgent but important? Where is the time going to come from? Somebody take a guess? Yeah, correct. Number 1, all these unnecessary, not urgent, not important activities which are time wasters, escape, lepak, mama. If we don't do those things, we will make time to do the not urgent but important things, right? Also, more time is going to come from here. So learn to say no. So if there are 5 invitations to a wedding, you choose the ones that are important, right? Emergencies, friends' emergencies, if someone else can help out, maybe you can decline. Okay? So this zone, this not urgent, not urgent but important, yeah, this prioritizer zone is also therefore called the zone of opportunity. Meaning, in terms of your job, what are some of the activities that what might be in the zone of opportunity for you? Something that is not urgent but important. That if you do it, helps you to do your job better, right? Networking is the zone of opportunity. What else? Training, you saw self-improvement, training, skills training. What else? Zone of opportunity. I understand some of you are supervisors and team leaders here as well. So what would be a zone of opportunity there? Team building, empowering. What else? We saw earlier, right? So this zone of opportunity actually helps us do our jobs better. So we will not be so stressed. You know what happens when we are stressed? When we are always in quadrant 1. Number 1, we lose focus. How to focus? Running around from appointment to appointment. Wife calling, husband calling, son's birthday, children's event in school, family outing, vacation. A lot of people go to vacation, come back and need another vacation. True? So stress. So when you lose focus, what happens? Your job suffers. Because you're doing your job, everybody gonna, every time I call people, I say, how are you? I'm busy now. No time to, sorry, no time to call you. 9 out of 10 people say that, busy. I have no time. But everybody has 24 hours.
Lose focus. Marriages suffer. Guess what? Relationships suffer. The wife said, you're always working, you don't spend enough time with me. The kids miss you. Okay, you hear this, you see it in movies, you see it with friends. So quadrant 1 is not good for you. What else is in quadrant 2? Just now recap. Relationships, right? Okay, so I want to show you a video. Yeah? Watch, because I'll ask you to tell me what it's all about later, yeah? Can we turn down the lights a bit? It's an old video from 1994. Classic.
Very, very busy life, right? You have a work life, family life as well, children? Not yet. What's the nature of your work assignment? Consulting. Do you have a part of a firm, consulting firm?
Yes, I do. I direct an international firm.
An international firm. So you really are interfacing with all kinds of people in the firm and outside the firm.
That's right.
Do you also do direct work with the clients yourself?
That's right.
And you have a number of associates you work with all around this country and throughout the world? Starting?
Yes.
You want a rich personal life and a rich family life and also community and so forth. Do you ever feel like you get bogged down in the thick of thin things?
Yes.
Do you ever feel like your life is kind of out of balance, out of whack?
It can be.
Do you ever feel like you're in the pounding surf?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you just have one big wave after another knock you down, you stagger back, and here comes another wave, and another one knocks you down to where it just kind of beats you up? Well, that might be analogous to all these little, small things that tend to fill our life. And they just little by little, they just accumulate. Now, your job, you can't go above this, is to get all those large rocks in the jar. Good luck. I'll describe each rocks as she puts them in. What's that one called?
Q2. Planning, preparation.
Right. Planning, preparation, prevention, and empowerment. Q2. That which is not urgent but important.
Right. Am I picking these up in any order?
Any way you want. You want to get them all in there because they're all important.
Can I put the little ones?
Well, you have the little rocks as they are now, but you can't go above this.
Okay. Can I put this down?
Sure. Okay, the next rock she's putting in there is called relationships and family. She's trying to make it so she can get them all in there on the assumption that by moving the other ones around, it makes more space. You didn't look at that third rock you put in there. That's employment, some key employment issue, and then you put major projects here, and I can't get it above there. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's fair. That's called Service Community Church. Do you ever feel like this?
Yes.
How many feel like this? Yeah, you can try to get them in there. You're a hands-on person. just put down to sharpen the saw. How many frequently do that? I just don't have time today to sharpen the saw. You ever been too busy driving to take time to get gas? Vacation. Vacation is important to her. By moving the little things around, you might squeeze in one more of those big major things. It's almost. Wow. You know, if it doesn't fit, force it. Well, no. You can neglect a big opportunity if you want. Here's something that's called urgent and important. It's quadrant 1 thing that is blindsiding you, that it's your biggest client, that if you don't get back to that client now, you've given up your vacation. And you have no special block of time just for yourself. You have no young children. I'll tell you what you can do if you want to. You can take a whole different approach. You have a totally fresh bowl. You can work out of a different paradigm altogether. You can do anything you want.
So I can use that bucket. That's what you're
Anything,
saying?
yeah.
Well, then I'd rather put these in the bottom. And then for the little pebble on top.
Casey has sharpening the saw, planning, preparation, spouse,
Vacation.
employment,
Big opportunity.
big opportunity,
Important and urgent. Block of time. Community, church. Those young children keep looking at me. My husband's not here. Now I dump these in there.
okay? Got all the important things in first, right? What did you learn?
I learn if I have an opportunity to do all the things that are important first and block out when I have the fullest amount available, and then all the little things will fill in the important things.
Even if this were higher with the green rocks, you may neglect some of those, see? But so what?
These are just fillers.
Fillers, and they're not important. These things you've decided are the most important things.
Wow, wasn't that a powerful video? So, what did you learn? One big learning point. What was it from there? Yeah, important, not urgent, huh? Right? What we talked about earlier. So those big rocks, I like to call this the big rocks video, you know. Those big rocks are from which quadrant? Quadrant 2. And there will be some, the 20%. Remember I said 80-20 rule? So 80% we focus on the important, not urgent. But the important and urgent will always be there. But let not that rule your life. You see in the beginning of the video how, you know, some of the rocks represent vacation, relationships, big opportunity. She didn't put those in because she cannot fit them. So those are the things that suffer if we let our life be run by the little things, those green pebbles, right? Are the small things. So the moral of the story is, someone said, what? Do all the important things first, because your time will always be filled with by the little things. Stay out of quadrant 4 or limit lah. You can have your video game. You know what? Not all quadrant 4 activity is quadrant 4. Okay, one of the things here, you see this one, me time. Can video games be me time? Can, right? Can, but 6 hours? That's already quadrant 4 lah. Can you watch one day, you sit down and watch 2 episodes of a series on TV? Can that be me time? Can. But watch the whole season until 4 a.m. Anybody done that? Done? Okay, so important versus urgent. How do we handle each area? So we want to have a balanced life. Okay, we want to enjoy our life, not be stressed by the little things. We focus on quadrant 2. So quadrant 2 is our focus. Planning, preparation, team building, what else? Me time. You heard the Stephen Covey, the guy, bald-headed guy, says sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw is a term that he uses for self-improvement. Imagine if you are a saw, you want to cut a tree. What do you have to be? Sharp, right? So you got to watch your health, your self-improvement, your mind, how you feel. Yeah. So sharpen the saw is actually keeping yourself, putting yourself first. Right? So quadrant 4, we already said we limit. Not urgent, not important. So can limit. Avoid quadrant 3. So don't be a yes man. Avoid. So because all your time for this and this is going to come from here. We're not saying that urgent and important is not important. It will always be there. You will always be having emergencies. Okay? You will always have things that you don't expect. Crisis can happen. So that's the 20%. But don't live that. Don't make it how you live. Yeah? Right. Any questions? So we kind of come to the end of the first part. Yeah? I want to go into the next part.
of how do we decide what's important. If we want to do what is important, yeah, and ideally not urgent, don't wait until it becomes an emergency. How do we decide? So everybody has, what's important to you may not be important to me. What's important to him may not be important to her. Okay? But how do we decide? So how do we decide what's important? Who are we really? So, why do you do what you do daily? So the big why. Why do we do what we do? So this statement that we live our lives in terms of roles. Roles give meaning to our life. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you today is how you can use this superpower to giving you meaning in your job, in your life, and balance in your life, right? So we're going to be talking about roles. And what are roles? Roles are areas of responsibility. Roles are related to relationships. I briefly touched on it earlier. I said, if you have a father, then you have a role as a son, correct? Or a daughter. If you have a child, then you have a role as a father or a mother. If you have a grandfather, then you're a grandson or a granddaughter, right? So it's that kind of relationship. But roles, these roles, we can have them at home, i.e. in our personal lives, and also at work. So at work, we also have roles. And if we want to live a life of purpose, I didn't see purpose earlier when I was asking what you want most in life. But I saw freedom 2 times. Okay? Freedom is the ability to do what you want in the direction of who you want to be. Or what you want in life, isn't it? So if you want to be happy, then you have the freedom to pursue, to do things which will make you happy, yes or not? If you want to be rich, then you have the freedom to design your life, to create that wealth, to make that life, right? That's freedom. But it comes from, this is why I mentioned here, mission, your life mission, and your long-term goals. So everybody has long-term goals. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if we have time to talk about mission, but I'm going to share a subject which is my superpower, which is my roles and my goals. So how do we decide what is important? You decide, nobody else. You have to decide what is important to you, what is not. Correct? Who decides? Who's in charge of your life? Yourself. We have to remember that. I'm in charge of my life. I'm the CEO of my life. Not IQI, but I'm CEO of my life. I decide what's important, but how do I decide? So once we decide what is important, then only we can schedule it, right? In our diaries, in our planners, in our calendars, whatever that we use to manage ourselves. Notice I didn't say manage time. That's the biggest wrong in this whole concept. of time. We don't manage time. We manage what? We manage ourselves. Because everybody got 24 hours. How do you manage the time? You cannot. You manage yourself and how you use the time. Okay, urgent versus important. Got it? You see the connection? So, how you decide what is important in your daily schedule is to connect and plan your tasks according to each of your roles. And then each role has a goal. Now this is something that I learned to do 23 years ago. Okay, in 1995, on the 1st of January, I wrote my mission statement. It hasn't changed since. I defined my roles. I defined my goals for each of the roles. And every week, I do one thing that is connected to each role. Follow me or not? Q2 activity. So before it becomes urgent, I do it. So it's very simple stuff, but it means I have to share my roles and goals with you. Should I? But secret, you can take picture but don't circulate. It's only for you to remember and maybe learn from it. Because we need to do this, yeah? So I'm going to share Rohaizan's roles and goals. So you can connect with me. I'm a real person, I'm a human being. I'm doing this. It's my superpower. So, this is me. This is who I am. Number one, I have a mom. So I have a role as a daughter. So what is my goal? So I'm sharing with you my goal as a daughter to ensure that mom is comfortable and has everything that she needs for as long as she needs. What does that mean? In 2010, my mother suffered a stroke. And she was still able to walk. She was paralyzed on one side. And of course I was very sad. But I also understood that I can't do, I've tried everything. Me and my family, we've taken her for medical treatment. We've tried all the various alternative medicine, but then we say we have done everything that we can. So then I had to shift my mission, my goal as a daughter. Because before this, it is to support her financially and to make her happy and all kinds of stuff. But now I changed my goal. Because I said that my goal now is just to make sure that mommy is comfortable. Last year, she lost her ability to speak and eat and swallow. So she's now fed on a tube. She can't talk to me, but I can talk to her. So what do? So my goal is to ensure she's comfortable and has everything she needs for as long as she lives, or as long as she needs it. So every week I plan one thing. What do? I hire a nurse. Is that important? Yes. Is it urgent? Yes. So I go to the best nurse. So every week what do? Check on the nurse. I check on her supplies. I check on my mom's condition. I do whatever. She needs a new bed to make her comfortable, right? So I go and look for it. So it explains why I do what I do. Next. I have a I have a son, Daniel. He's 33 years old, which is probably older than a lot of you here. But my role as mother is there, right? But it changed from when he was 3 years old to 10 years old to 15 years old, 20 years old to 33. My goals changed. Okay? But the role as mother is always there. So my goal with my son is to nurture a lasting bond. Even though my son is married and I have a granddaughter, I still want to have that bond with him So I want to teach him love, respect, and trust, which is very important to me. So I want him to learn to lead his life that way. And I want to support him to achieve his full potential. Not because I'm a coach, but because that's important too, right? You want peace, love, and harmony in your family. So you notice wife is not there, it's because I'm single. Okay? But I used to have a role as a wife. Or as a partner, spouse. But when I became single again, I don't have that role. And it's okay. I am a sister. I am the eldest of 8 siblings. I'm number 1. So when my father passed away and my mom became bedridden, somebody had to carry the torch, you know, keep the family close. Me. I give myself that goal, that role. Yeah? So I want to keep them close. And I want to promote caring, sharing, a shared responsibility and accountability. So everybody has to do their part. Friend. Since I have friends, my goal with friends is to create a meaningful network of support. We never know when we need someone to help us out. We go to our friends. Sometimes we don't even go to family, right? So I want to be there for them when they need me. Then, as Jivan said, that I am an executive and life coach. So I have clients. My goal with my client is not to take their money. You know, they pay me, but that's not my goal. What is my goal? What is the source of my relationship with them? To serve my clients through intention, to serve my client. Sometimes I just follow up and say, hello, hi, how are you? You know, we haven't been coaching for 6 months. You know, how's your mom? Okay, where are you off to next? So that's my role. I'm also a business owner because I have a company called the Leadership Factor Global Consultancy. And my goals for my business change all the time, year to year. This year, it is to create a credible and reputable brand that helps my company attract and retain high-ticket clients. That means I want to strengthen my brand, my reputation. So every week I decide, what do I do this week? One thing, right? That helps me towards this. Lastly, number 7, me. My role as me. That's me, myself, and I. What do I do for me? What do I want with myself? Because we do a lot of self-talk, no? Taking care of self-care, taking care of ourselves. So I want to live a comfortable, meaningful, balanced, which is what a lot of people say, and healthy life. To grow, because I want to learn, I want to grow, become better, and make a contribution to society and my country. So what did I do on the 9th of May? Voted. Okay. I didn't vote for the party, didn't vote for the person, vote for my country. Right? So, alright, so does that make sense? Any questions? I'm sure somebody will ask me, how many roles? 7 is about right. You saw those rocks. How many rocks do you have to juggle? 7 is good. 8, 6, depends. If maybe some of you don't have parents anymore, or not married, no children, then you may have 3 less goals, right? So you can do other things. You can do charity, then you have a goal. You can call your goal, your roles can be anything. But it's just based on a relationship. So if there are no questions, I just want to, I think Jivan will say I have 5 minutes or something like that. No? Do you want to give me 5 more minutes or 10 minutes to do the last thing? Yes. Yeah. So I think mother, father, sister, brother, friend, not difficult, huh? You can think about what is your role in that area and what is your goal. I think your role with yourself is also very clear. Everybody wants to be healthy. Who doesn't want to be healthy? Everybody wants to have a meaningful and balanced life. But your roles in your job. Tell me again, what is your job? Real estate negotiator. Okay, let me tell you the bad news. The bad news is that a job title is not a role. Okay? Let me tell you my story. Midway in my career, when I started to learn all of this in 1995, I had a job, a very senior job. I was Deputy General Manager Corporate Affairs of this company which is now Etika. Okay. Wow, big job for me, big job. I had a nice company car, I had a chauffeur. I had 50 staff, had 10 managers under me. So when I started to learn this, naturally, one of the roles I write down, other than mother, sister, and all this stuff, I put a role as DGM Corporate Affairs. So every week when I do my Q2 planning, guess what goes into the quadrant 2 box? Prepare for strategy meeting. Research on, example, post-election effects on consumer spending. Draft speech for chairman. Okay. You know, fine. I did that. Quarter 2. Planning, right? So I said, why do I still feel tired? Why does it feel like, I'm pushing all these green stones, pushing all these big rocks trying to fit it. Why am I still struggling with my life? You know why? Because I was focusing on the wrong thing. Deputy General Manager is not a role. It's a job. My role, I realized, got 2 more. 2. First role, I have 50 people, 10 managers. Guess what? I'm a coach and a mentor. Right? If I motivate them, I help them grow, I listen to what their problems are, I help them to find solutions. What happens? They become better, right? Less work for me. Which is more fun? For me, more fun is coaching and mentoring. The result is not immediate, but the payback is big. Next, I realized I had a second role. Guess what? Champion. Hair stand as I talk about this. So I was really enjoying my job. I was almost a workaholic because I was carrying the torch for my chairman, my executive chairman, who was running a transformation. We were running a transformation program in the company. So Malaysia National Insurance became what is now Etika. I'm not saying that I was responsible for it, but I think I helped to build the steps towards it. So as a champion, what do I do? There's 1,000 staff in M&I, 12 general managers, 500 managers. Who's going to help them to support this vision, what the chairman wants? Me! It was my job. So I had a role as a champion. I champion the cause. I go rah, rah, rah every week. I do something. Every morning I sit with my managers or I stand for 10 minutes without sitting down and we talk about something that we can do to help the process. Okay? So that's a role. It's not my job description. Huh? So I want to spend, if Jivan will give me 5 minutes, if you will give me 5 minutes, this is important. Talk back to your partner. 1 minute or 2 minutes. What is your role in this job? I took this from the internet. Yeah? IQI, 360 degrees of service. I'm sure you know this. This is why your company promises its clients what you do, different approach, global insight, trendsetter. But what is the job of a real estate negotiator in terms of your relationship with who? Client. So you and your client is what? And what would be your goal? Do you want to see back my... Finish? You want to see back my goal as a coach? To serve my clients through intentional conversations that help them to achieve their full potential in their personal and professional life. That's me. So what is yours? 2 minutes, please, and then we can close. Just discuss, because you can follow up this later on, yeah? So how was that? Did it take some soul searching to talk about what your role as a real estate negotiator is? Can I ask some people to share with us? What did you come up with? Can I ask? You're not IQI?
Yes, we're not agents.
You're not agents? Okay. So who wants to share? I was asking Francis, and he has told me, can I hear from someone that I did not hear from yet? Your role as real estate negotiator, what is your role?
Okay, my role is to help my client to find their dream house and also to help my investor to get the best product, to get a high ROI for them, to make sure that the entire process is smoothly.
Wow. So that is the role. The name of the role is what?
The name of the role, consultant.
Consultant. Okay. So we have job title, real estate negotiator, role, consultant. Who has a different one? What did you come up with?
I want to serve my clients with the utmost integrity. Like we were discussing, sometimes it is not just so much as you want to make the best for your client. Sometimes that's not possible, but if we will put our heart to serve them with the utmost integrity, I think we can get a lot of satisfaction and also do the right thing for our clients.
So the name of the role is? What do you call yourself? Instead of real estate negotiator is the job title. So the role of this, what is the name? What do you call it?
I think we are still consultants.
Consultant. Okay. Anybody has a different role? Just for... Do you have a different role? Okay, what is it?
To find investors because it's buying for the dream house and also for my investor make it for the and also I would say mentor and coach my team members. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a team, so you also mentor and coach
my team members.
Okay, 2 roles. One job, 2 roles. Anybody else? Last one. One in here. Francis, you said consultant, right? Anybody has a different role? Consultant? Really? You know what? I was thinking about this because I get approached by a lot of real estate negotiators. You know, when my developer built my condominium in the old days, 10 years ago, they shared the list with real estate companies. So all these agents, sorry to say all these agents, but I get a lot of calls. Now I don't think that you will treat me like that. But what I do is they spam my message box. Hi, I'm Ken from XX company. Kenya. Ken. Hey, sorry, No, sorry. Ken from Greenfield or something like that. They spam my inbox. I can show you
Bring it back. You know, they know where I live. They know my name. They know my unit number. You think I feel safe? That's not how to be an Asian. I'm scared. Some of them call me. Am I speaking to Rohaizan? Hi, I'm calling from XX company. This weekend, we're having a launch for this property. I wonder if you're interested. Sorry, I'm not in the market for new property right now. Please, I'm polite, don't shout at anybody. But that's not how I think you want to do your jobs. Because there's no relationship there. I'm a lead, I'm a potential client. I may want to sell my apartment one day. What I would expect is maybe somebody called me and said, hi, Rohaizan, I'm Kenneth from IQI. You know, we are launching a new property this weekend, and I really would like to meet you and let you know how I can serve you and help you, get a better ROI on your investments. I'm going to listen to that. Because it's all about relationships. So I thought, as I was doing this, a thought occurred to me. So you know your jobs, I don't. I thought, names, roles, expert. Hi, Rohaizan. My name is Ken, and I'm a real estate expert with IQI Holdings. I've done some analysis, blah, 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 and I see that the property in your area might be stabilizing. I have an opportunity for you to make something like that. Expert. You call himself an expert, right? Why not? If you are the expert, call yourself the expert. Don't call yourself a real estate negotiator. Then I'm going to wait for me to be able to buy a property, then you negotiate for me. But until then, I don't have a relationship with you. Consultant. Yeah, I heard a lot of consultant. Advisor. I'm your property advisor. I understand that you may not be in the market for new property right now, but I would like to get to know you so that I can advise you the next time you are looking for property or when you are thinking of selling your property. Something like that. So the difference is thinking of yourself and your client in terms of how do you serve them. And don't let it just come from here. When we think about these things, don't let it just come from here, from the head. From what we read in our manuals, our websites, what our bosses tell us, we have to also think about it from here, from the heart. How do I want to help my client? Why am I here? Yes, at the end of the day, it brings you commissions. But if you don't create those relationships, what's the commission? You don't get one-time commission here, one-time commission there. You want a lifetime customer. I think in every sales job, I would like my clients to be my lifetime customers. When they don't need me, their kids want, their friends want, they refer me. And the same thing with you. Yeah? So, okay. Thank you for that. I hope there will be some occasion for you to explore further what is your role as real estate negotiator. Summary. I promised to deliver some stuff today, and this is what we did. So now you know how to decide what's important to you every day, or not? Do you? Yes. And how to decide, and also decide what's important in your life, your whole life. Okay? Based on what? Roles. Good. Life is about relationships, and relationships mean that you have roles and everyone has different roles. This is who you are. My roles are Rohaizan's role, and we have Kenneth's role, right? We have, everybody's roles are different because everyone's different. Roles and goals are your superpower. It's mine. Because it helps me decide. Well, they help you decide what's really important in your life. That's why we call it put first things first. Because they are important, not urgent. Remember the stones, the rocks, and the green stones. Those green stones are urgent and important, and pipes breaking, and cars breaking down, running out of gas. How can you drive and not remember to put gas? Putting gas is important too, right? Next, they help you decide what you can do on a daily basis that bring you meaning in your job. Why is this statement important? Because when you do things based on your roles and your goals, you're not doing it because you have to. I have to go to a meeting. You have to go and see a client. Oh, I have to take my mom to the doctor. Oh, I have to take my wife out for dinner, Mother's Day. Have to is a very negative word. You don't have to do anything. That means as though you're forced to do it, not your choice. So you say, I want to. Oh, what are you doing this afternoon? Oh, I'm meeting my client. I want to help him decide on a property he's considering. What are you doing tonight? I'm taking my wife to dinner. I want to make her feel happy. So use want to instead of have to. So roles and goals also are what give you balance. Because when you're out of balance, it's because you're not doing something you should be doing, right? So you may spend too much time on your business goal, your work goal, but you don't have time for your family. Or you spend too much time on your video game, you don't have time to do your client list update, okay? And the last thing is, they help you even when you have conflicts and clashes. What is this? Your boss calls an urgent meeting. So as you're preparing to go for your meeting, you realize, oh my God, it's our anniversary tonight. My wedding anniversary tonight. I accepted boss's invitation to have a business meeting, dinner time. What do I do? So, last question. Which is more important? Wife or job? Yes, look at your role. What's your role with your spouse? What's your goal with your wife? So, there is something called synergy. You can have both. You can tell your boss, sir, it's my wife, I just discovered it's my anniversary tonight. I actually have a restaurant booking. Is it okay to delay our meeting or bring it forward? So it's never a zero-sum game. It's not that I can have this and I can't have that. You can have both. You can talk to your wife and say, you know what, this opportunity is so important. You know, my boss want to talk to me about promotion. Can we go for lunch instead? Nothing's impossible. But if you are true to your goals, you can decide these things. But if you don't have goals and don't have goals, how? Okay? So that's it, that's the end. I have one last slide. Yeah? We talk about this. A job title is not a role. You are experts, consultants, and what? Trusted advisors. So if you think of your role as that, and then every week you do some Q2 planning, and put what am I going to do this week as a trusted advisor to this client or that client or my group of clients. Okay? Where do we go from here? You know what? It's up to you. This quote, Bobby Knight was a former basketball coach in the US, and he said, most people have the will to win, but few have the will to prepare to win. Correct? So just remember, even as a basketball player, they want to go on the court and win, but what do they have to do to win? They have to train. They have to keep a schedule. They have to commit to what they want, right? So when you're in charge of your life, you decide, this is what I want, this is what I will do.
You start somewhere. Start planning. Start thinking of your roles. Yeah? So everyone wants their life to be a success. A few want it to be balanced. And much less want it to be meaningful. A few of you have said earlier. Right? So those who can actually call themselves successful will not be the ones who simply perform well. Those who are willing to perform well in all areas of their life, balanced life, by putting first things first, are the ones who can call themselves successful because they have purpose and therefore meaning and balance. So with that, I end my talk today. Thank you for being so awesome. I really enjoyed talking to you. I hope that you learned something. Please stay in touch with me. Yeah, you can call me, WhatsApp me, email me. You can visit my website to learn a little bit more about me. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook page. Yeah, and I wish you all the best. I hope that I have brought some light into your life today. And if you should need anything, if you have questions, feel free to contact me. I'm very friendly. I prefer to be in my shoes because I'm very little. Anyway, thank you so much. And thank you, Jiman, once again.